All right, hello. How's it going, guys? I hope you guys are all doing well. I switched up from the traditional good morning, good evening, good night, but it's all good because I'm doing fantastic. As you can tell, maybe in this video right here, I was a little bit under the weather. I was recovering from a slight, tiny little hangover, so I didn't have the energy that I normally do, but I'm back up and running to full pace, and so is the channel, as we're up over 10 subscribers just in today alone. So if you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe. We are a growing page and our videos popping off, but that's not important because what's important is making you guys money. And today we're talking about TLTW. Right here you could see the yield. It does not have a yield, but that is false because on the NASDAQ website, it shows it has a yield of 12.5%, which in my opinion is also kind of false because that is going off the last previous dividend. But the thing was that dividend was a significant drop, maybe like 30 to 40% from all the previous other dividends. Sure, there was one tiny one in there, but for the majority, they're a lot higher. So I really do think TLTW's dividend is really about that 20%. We could go and do it on the calculator, but I don't think that's very necessary. You can see that the pattern here, they have some pretty high dividends coming in. But enough about that. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about TLTW. So TLTW writes covered calls on the 20+ year treasury bond. And what it does is, actually, you know what? There's a little thing here. So if you don't know, there's also a stock called TLT. And I'm just going to read this here. So the TLT itself seeks to track the investment results of an index composed of U.S. Treasury bonds with the remaining maturities greater than 20 years. That's why it has that 20+. And then TLTW sells calls that are 2% out of the money when written. This means that if a price is $100, they're selling 2% out of the money, meaning $102. So they want to capture a little bit of that capital appreciation, but they still want to collect those big juicy premiums. And here, just going over their investment objective. So we got the iShares 20+ year Treasury Bond Buy Strategy ETF seeks to track the investment results of an index that reflects a strategy of holding the iShares 20+ year Treasury Bond ETF while writing, in brackets, selling 1 month covered call options to generate income. So this is an income generating fund, and it does have an expense ratio of about 50%. There's a net expense ratio. I think they do a little deduction here. If I can go down and show you, actually speed it up. Yeah, in the fees section here, they calculate all their fees, which gives a fee of about 0.35%, which is about, if you have $10,000 invested, that's about $35 on that $10,000. So a very, very small fee. You can see here their exposure breakdown. So in terms of type, they have 98% of their so-called money or their capital tied up in treasuries. Very small percent, under 2% in cash. The maturity is all going to be 20+ years, basically. It looks like they have one in or a couple in the 15 to 20 years, but for the majority, it's going to be 20+ years. And their credit quality is AAA rated, so they are pretty secure for the most part. I say for the most part because anything can go down. Apple could go down, Amazon can go down, but the likelihood of that happening is not super likely. Now let's look at some factors supporting and also some factors that may go against it. So in the supporting, we have treasury volatility is high currently, just because with high interest rates, there's decent amount of interest to be earned on bonds. The Fed's desire to keep rates high indefinitely, probably for the next little while, as they want to kind of slow down inflation. Then you got factors working against the 20% yield. So you do have yields like this are really sustainable. That's true. Sure, there's some big yields like Tesla and Clip, but who knows how sustainable all these high yielding dividends are, just because that is a massive return on your investment. And then also when a recession nears, yields are likely to fall. I honestly currently don't know if we'll be in a recession anytime soon. It's one of those ones where everyone is talking about a recession is coming, but I think as soon as they see a steep drop, they're buying it up, and they're not really they're not letting it fall, people are holding cash and they're on the sidelines waiting with their cash, and they're wanting to invest. Everyone's talking about a recession, they see a dip and they buy. So I don't think there's going to be a recession anytime soon, but that is only my opinion. So you take it as you wish, And this is just a little stock history. The 1 year, it's a fairly new stock, as you could tell. going back to even the 1 year, they started in August, and they're down on their like yearly chart from $39 all the way down to $32. If you could pick up the stock, honestly, about $32 or just under $33, I think that's probably a good buy, and you'll be getting that 20% dividend yield and all these big boy dividends. But that was just a short little video on TLTW. I hope you guys did enjoy and you guys got some value out of that and learned a little bit about TLTW. I hope you guys also do subscribe and check out our future videos. And you know what? I'll leave that up to you guys. It's whatever you want to do. I'm just here to hopefully provide value for you guys and bring some new stocks to your attention that hopefully give you those high yields as you guys definitely do for me. Someone actually made a comment about this. I'm not sure if I can find it or not, but requesting that I do a video on TLTW. Let me just check super quickly here. Just going to go through that filter. Yeah, here, what are your thoughts on TLTW? Those are my thoughts on TLTW. I think it's a great stock. I think that it's a good way to expose yourself to bonds, and I might be looking to purchase some in the future, and I will surely let you guys know if I do so. But that was just a little video. Please do subscribe, like this video if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.